first thing that I'm going to bring up is the Munsters. So if anybody who doesn't know, Rob Zombie is doing the Munsters remake, and at first everyone's like, "Uh-oh, oh no, it's going to be a Munsters movie that includes high bloody gore and rape, or whatever." And
that's all I thought of.
Right,
like, shit, man.
All the Rob Zombie-isms that he's very well known for, and then it got tagged with a PG rating. It's like, wow, okay, you know what? I'm ready. I'm so excited before I bring this up. I am so excited for this movie. I really am. Just because I love the Munsters, and I've always said they need a comeback movie, just like the Addams Family had in the 90s. And The Munsters tried. They've tried 2 or 3 different times to have that comeback moment, but nothing happens. Nothing happens. Like, it just doesn't work out. So hopefully this is it. And I know he's a Munsters fan. I mean, if you watch House of a Thousand Corpses and like Halloween, you see like he plays the Munsters on the TV in the background and stuff.
Yeah,
he loves, and
like
he's a huge just old school horror fan, and Munsters is definitely part of that. And if he can pull this off, if Rob Zombie can pull off the Munsters PG successfully, this will elevate him as a director.
Oh yeah,
so many more doors will open up.
He'll go from like classic cult horror director to like mainstream, like overnight.
I know we'll live in a world where Rob Zombie would be a family name, like a family household name. It sounds silly, but so is Mike Tyson. He's a family name too, and he was in prison for rape for many years.
He bit a dude's ear off.
Yeah, as soon as he got out. Yeah. But there was some announcement of the runtime for the Munsters. Now, how accurate this actually is, I'm not sure, because I feel like they're still shooting, right? Like they haven't wrapped filming yet. But the guy who played Eddie Munster, the little shithead in the TV show, well, he's no longer a little kid anymore. But he said, his name is Butch Patrick. He said, so the movie is going to kill in a really good way. It's a very long movie. It's like 2 hours and 38 minutes, but I've seen footage and I've seen where he's going with it, and it's going to be great. It really is. That's from Dredge Central. Butch Patrick, that makes me wonder if he's actually a part of this movie or not. Right? I guess so. I mean, seems like he is.
He grew up to be like 6 feet.
What's that?
What if he like grew up and he's going to play, oh God, what was the butler's name?
Oh, no, you're thinking of the Addams Family.
Luke. I am, damn it. Yeah, not Luke. Yeah.
Well, I believe
they're so like interchangeable to me all the time.
Well, I do believe they do have that kind of character in this one, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think they've created a butler character for this movie. So maybe that's it. I don't know. Or maybe he just does a walk-on cameo, or maybe they're just asking him for, aesthetic advice. Who knows? Monty, are you excited for the Munsters at all? Like,
I am, actually. I'm pretty excited. I love what Rob Zombie can do. I mean, in all reality, he's kind of brought back a couple things. Like, he brought back Halloween, of course, before.
It's very divisive. Divisive.
It is. Yeah. I thought it was good. I did like it. I definitely thought he made Michael Myers fucking terrifying.
Oh, dude, that's my favorite Halloween movie.
Yeah, like I mean, he's already scary, but in that movie, he was terrifying, like just super intimidating.
It was a character study. Like, he took Michael Myers and put him into a character study movie, and that's what I love about that. And a lot of people are like, "Well, it ruins the character. He's no longer mysterious." Like, we all knew he was in the fucking hospital for years.
I kind of liked seeing a little bit of context for when he was in the hospital, and even like how. Danny Trejo played like the janitor, right?
Yeah.
And, just show how Mikey! He was nice to him and everything, and it didn't fucking matter.
Mikey! I was good to you, Mikey!
I was good to you, Mikey! Oh, shit!
Oh, man.
Run, Machete!
That was one of my favorite Trejo cameos. Like, just him being in that movie. Like, he was so low key in that film,
nice.
So I've always been a Rob Zombie fan. Now, where I get scared when it comes to Rob Zombie is I'm always a really big fan of his first movies. I'm not a huge fan of the sequels that come after it, or they change dramatically in tone. And I'll give you an example, like Halloween 1 to Halloween 2.
Yeah.
I love Halloween 1, and I love his concept in Halloween 2, but it just doesn't do the same thing for me. It gets a little bit more meta, a little bit more into the mythological side of things. But like, then you have House of a Thousand Corpses, which I love that movie. I think it's one of my favorite movies of his, if not my favorite, and just an all around good horror movie to begin with. But then you have Devil's Rejects, which is also a really good movie, but completely different than House of a Thousand Corpses, tone wise, everything. And I kind of wished House of a Thousand Corpses, its sequel, would have been the same tone, that kind of like haunted house feel, that, you know, like that's what it felt like.
It was it was such an eerie feeling. Like, it's one of the very few movies that actually genuinely made me feel uncomfortable for a while afterward, especially like Western movies. Like, I don't get that a lot, and that movie still does it to me, man. I don't know what it is about it, but just the characters, they're so believable.
Yeah,
you know,
but believable, and as much as you can with suspension of disbelief. You know, like the characters in House of a Thousand Corpses were just you don't want to believe they exist. They are the boogeyman. They're the people that you don't want to be caught up in, and Devil's Rejects amps that up to 11, which I dig. I totally dug it, but like, it just didn't feel the same, you know. And I've never seen the actual third installment of that movie. I can't bring myself to watch it.
Me neither. I'm afraid it's going to be somehow just a completely different tone. It's like a romantic comedy somehow.
Right. So my point is, to all of this is, I have no doubt, and I'm pretty confident that his Munsters movie will be really good. But if they make a sequel, I'm gonna be a little more on the magnifying glass with that, because that's just how I know Rob Zombie to be. Like, he takes his sequels and they're not always as good. So
it's like he purposely tries to disappoint his fans in the second one. It's like, oh, you thought I was gonna do it? Nuh-uh.
What's your favorite Rob Zombie movie, man?
Honestly, I know it might get some people upset, but I really did love his Halloween remake. I did. I thought it was a pretty bold. It was a bold move, and he did pretty damn good. As a director, I really respected him for taking that chance with a beloved title, and made, I think, a pretty damn good follow-up, a really good remake.
Again, that's my favorite Halloween movie. Yeah. And it is an unpopular opinion. I can't figure out why people hate it so much. Like, I loved most of the aspects of that film. Like, it's especially like just both parts of it. I consider it almost like a 2-act film, even though I know it has 3 acts. But like, I just remember it like before, like when he was a kid, that whole story, and then the second half being after he's a kid, you know, and they kind of retell the actual Halloween story that was, you know, that they did in 1978. But like, I almost see those as just 2 acts of the movie that I just remember them so well and so prominently. And that first act with him as a kid just punches home.
It does.
The second act.
It just sticks with you too. It makes you really understand his character for the next half.
Yeah,
it's wild, man.
It's very wild.
It's rough too. Like, if there is a movie that truly makes you afraid of Michael Myers, I do think it's that one.
Yep, that would be it. And I like the old Halloween movies.
But, oh yeah, I love them too.
But yeah, so far maybe the Munsters will be my next favorite Rob Zombie film. Who knows?
All right.
I've been really excited for this. I've always wanted the Munsters to come alive again, and this might be it. Hopefully this is it. Rob Zombie, I have faith in you. Anybody who's watching, let us know in the comments below. What do you think about the Munsters movie being done by Rob Zombie? It's rated PG-13, and as the card just said, it's rumored to be. Oh no, wrong one. Whoop. It's rumored to be 2 hours and 38 minutes, which is pretty long, especially for a PG movie. Yeah. You know, like I wonder how many people are looking at Rob going, kids aren't going to sit down for 2 hours and 40 minutes, you know. But then again, this is coming from Butch Patrick, and I pretty sure the movie's still filming. So I don't know how he would know that number, but there it is. It's thrown out there, and my job is just to deliver it to you and see what you guys think. Let us know in the comments if you will.